Well, good morning and welcome back to the farm. It is 8 a.m., the beginning of June, and I am so excited for a few different things that we need to do today. Not the least of which is harvest our first crop. Our first crop is ready to go. Right back here, this field, this lush and beautiful field of barley is ready for us to fertilize. So we bought this harvester a while ago and pretty much just drove it down here and parked it. So we've got the International 1420. It's going to get its first use. Look at the hours in the bottom right. You see the hours? 0.00. So if you are new to this series, if you just clicked on this video, first of all, welcome. We're glad to have you. I'm having a lot of fun. And second of all, welcome to what is essentially, about 1985, somewhere around there. Very simple, old school farming we're doing. This is decent sized field. The main reason we planted this barley crop, oh my gosh, this looks so good. The main reason we planted this barley crop was because of the straw, to be honest. We want straw to pad out our total mixed ration, and we want straw to use for bedding in the beef cow pasture, or the beef cow barn, I should say. Unfortunately, the way this dairy barn is designed, we're not able to give them straw to get solid manure. So that's something I've been kind of workshopping in my mind, how I could potentially put in, maybe if I put in another barn that we could rotate the animals through, maybe like a heifer barn or something like that, and have them produce manure for us. But to be honest, I'm okay with running liquid fertilizer and then slurry from the other barn. That's one thing, one part of the save, one part of the accuracy, if you want to call it that, authenticity of the save that is off, and that's partially due to the building, and I like the look of it. I've used it in so many screenshots. I would much rather have a barn that looks like that than one that functions the way the base game functions but looks like it's a Bavarian barn. I mean, I love German stuff or Swiss or Austrian or whatever as much as the next person, but this is an intentionally Americanized playthrough, so I think having this barn makes a lot of sense. So let's check out this machine here, International 1420. Real nice, not too wide. I think a perfect size for this field, for this size farm. I think it'll be a long day when we do our big cornfield across the road. I think that's fair to say. This is a nice sized field. It's not overly large, but it will feel like we've accomplished something when we get done. We do have a grain truck parked here in this side garage, so I will get that out once we complete this headland. And I think after we finish the headland, I will go up and down the fields in a pretty conventional manner. And maybe, hopefully, we can spend a little bit of time baling in this episode as well. Sorry for that screen tearing there. I don't know quite what's causing that. It might be because of all the mods in one area here, because I have, probably 8 vehicles over here. Something like that. So what are we going to be at? About 90% here. Not too bad. So I'm going to go ahead and pull up here and pull the auger out. We'll go ahead and wait for that to get over, and then Oops, I didn't mean to do that. I meant to hop out so I could just walk over here. So we're using this. This will be our first time using this big Chevy C70 grain truck. There are a couple of these floating around. This one is a dually. I don't remember exactly who the modder was, but obviously you can customize the colors yourself. So don't fault the modder on my color choices there. My favorite color is dark blue, and then I just went with red on the bed to match our international farm here. As you might have already noticed, we actually don't have a silo. So I think what I might do is fit as much of this in the truck as we can, and maybe we think about taking it up for sale. I don't know. I haven't decided. There's a long-winded way of saying I'm not sure, but I'm just not sure what I want to do with it. I don't want to incur a bunch of expense in putting in a silo necessarily, but we could do a multi-fruit silo, and then we'd have somewhere to put our sunflowers and our soybeans and both of these grains. So I haven't decided yet. But if you look in the mini map in the bottom left, you can see that I stopped that field over there. That little field was my very first one that I plowed in before I really had a sense of the scale of what this save was going to be like. So it will be lickety split. That one will be a fast one to get done. It's a much smaller field. I think what I'm going to do is expand it over the next not off season. What's the word that I want? The next winter, I guess. We'll get that expanded out. So hopefully that will make sense. Just because of the sheer amount of time that this job is gonna take, I might shift here in a minute and show you the small baler at work. One thing I've learned from making these videos for a while now is that people aren't real keen on watching the same job over and over. They want to see lots of different things, and so hopefully you're still with me. If you're still with me at the 7.5 minute mark, you're a superhero, and I love it. I'm so glad. A lot of people click away. I don't know what they were expecting when they clicked on a farm sim video, but turns out when you click on my farm sim videos, what you're getting is, whoa, I spun around. What you're getting is somebody playing farm sim. So I hope that's what you wanted. Here we are. And furthermore, I put on the thumbnail that this is a vintage playthrough, so I'm playing with vintage equipment. That's what you get. Hope you like it. Sorry, I don't mean to be sarcastic. I don't understand why people click on videos and then they're dissatisfied and click away after like 30 seconds. Like, what did you think you were gonna get? Like, do you click on other people's videos when they're like, I'm gonna eat 100 pies in an hour, and then you click on it and they're like eating pies and getting sick, and you're like, this is stupid. Why are they doing that? Well, you clicked on it. Anyways, I digress. We're gonna finish up this row, and then I think I'm gonna head over and get the baler so you guys can see that operation at work as well. And hopefully we'll be making a nice padded out batch of TMR here before we know it. So it looks like one up and back is putting us at about 66%. That's to be honest, that is not awful. That is not awful. I'm gonna pour this in here and then move the grain truck out of the way so the baler has some room to operate. If I hop out of here, it won't keep pouring, which is mildly irritating to me. I wish that I could let that run while I go get the other equipment. But mildly, I said mildly. Man, this is a clean clean looking mod. I want to say, don't quote me on this, but I want to say that was actually in an earlier version of the game. So it's just a ported over Giants version from an earlier version of the game. But I could be wrong on that. Alright. We need to get... Actually, I think the baler's across the road. So let's get the... I know you guys are going to laugh at me because probably the job that most needs a cab is the baling, and I'm actually going to use this cabless tractor for it. The dirtiest, dustiest job that you would want a cab for. No, thank you. I'm going to run this one. But I like this setup, so we're going to try it. I use this for some tillage work too. This is just a really versatile tractor. I like, it's not overpowered or underpowered. It's just right. And it sounds amazing in here with the acoustics of the shed. Oh boy, this is going to be interesting with our camera collision. Oh, we're not too bad. We're not that far off. Let's go a little bit. Now straight back. Not straight back. Oh, there, we had it. There you go. Boom. Okay, great. We could probably finish off that bale with this little bit here, but I'm not going to mess with it. So some of you are probably like, oh, this setup again, we've seen this before, but I mean, it's a small farm. We're going to be doing a lot of the same activities over and over. And this is different because we're baling straw instead of hay. Very different. All right. We'll go ahead and cut across the grass field here. Not a very nice thing to do, but it's our grass, so we don't mind if it gets a little bit matted down. Man, this thing is making good speed on the road. I'll have to remember that next time I have to haul something far. Okay, I'm actually gonna... yeah. So this is confusing. We need to go to the baler, down, turn on. Then we need to go here. I actually need the instructions here to make sure that we are in... we don't want to be in transporting. Maybe we're good. Maybe it's already on. He said with hopefulness in his voice. I don't know if this is going to be auto loading or not, but that's what we want it to do. Okay, the hay bale is going to fall. And it's loaded. Okay, good. Alright, so if this is your first time seeing me use this operation, this trailer on the back is an auto load trailer. So you pick up the straw or hay and it makes the bale, and then the bale theoretically is falling on the ground, but we are essentially simulating having a worker on the back there who's going to take it off there and stack it. I don't know how they did the measurements, you know, the parameters for these bales, but I've been on these kind of wagons and I've stacked these kind of bales, and it's pretty accurate in terms of size, and like everybody kind of stacks, you know, their own way, but this is pretty good if you ask me. Sorry, I don't mean to be driving in the crop. I'm gonna shut down here at this corner and go back and go down the other way because I don't want to drive in the crop down the main. Oh no. I hit B, which I hope didn't shut anything off on the wagon. yeah, I took it, I put it in transporting position. I want to go back to operating position. Is the baler's still running. So we should be okay, hopefully. Baler's still running. Wagon is still loading, it looks like. All right, beautiful. So I'm just wondering about yield here. It says that was our 11th bale, and it looks like we'll be somewhere around 15 bales for an up and down. I guess we did that little across the top. So if we just say maybe 13 per, maybe 12 per, thinking we should be able to get a full wagon load, right? 120 bales out of this field, hopefully. And then we will put these in the other half of the barn in there, putting them in the other side of the barn. So, all right. Well, I was, to be honest, quite worried that was going to take longer. So I'll do another up and back with this combine before I end the episode. Now, I am really tempted to do a finishing the job with this, but we have a lot to do for this month of June. So I don't know 100% what all I want to do. Now that I think about it though, June might just be 2 episodes, because I can do this job, like finish the harvesting and then finish the baling. So if you are still with me, let me know. Leave me a comment what you think of this combine. What do you think of, we're about to come up on having worked this farm for a year, so these are our own crops, and not this combine per se, but a bunch of our equipment we're gonna have to start maintaining. So some of it maybe we'll drive up and use the garage. We can take a look at all that kind of stuff too. And we have a fair bit of cash in our bank here, so we can look and see what equipment we think we still need. Like, I know we need a corn header for this thing, for the corn and for the sunflowers. I was also thinking about maybe getting a corn header for the chopper, so that we can turn some of that massive cornfield into silage, corn silage for the cows. So I don't know. You guys let me know what you think other purchases we need to make. I know somebody in the last episode mentioned that there's a Farmall 460 coming out soon, and that I should get that for the farm. If that is the case, I absolutely would love to have that, and would definitely use it. It would give me something else smaller to use alongside the H or instead of the H. I would think it'd be sort of between the H and the 1206 in terms of jobs that we could do with it. Plenty on the farm that we could do with that. I had a 460 and a 560 on FS19 that I used on an Indiana map. It was called Hoosier Heartland. I really liked that. I just bought a huge field and cut it all up into my own farm. Not unlike the way this farm has taken shape. In fact, I think Hoosier Heartland is on this channel, so it would be in the Wayback Machine though. You'd have to be pretty bored to wanna go dig that up, but it's there. It's there for sure. I hope I hope this save is living up to you guys, to your expectations. As far as I've seen, there's not really anybody that plays the way that I do. Ketter has some vintage stuff, some old school stuff, but He's a lot more technical than I am. Daggerwind does his British and European stuff, and I've seen like Squad and that crew. They do more like kind of role play than what I do. So hopefully there's a crowd that's enjoying this, and I appreciate you guys coming back for more. And when you get, when you see my name pop up, when you see Blue Belly Farms pop up, appreciate you clicking, and I appreciate you watching. All right, I think we're gonna end it here. I'll do a little bit more of this work either off video or maybe in the next episode. Thanks so much for watching. My name is Blue Belly. I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.